forgot to put the title on here. Boom. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Comics Covered. I'm John. This is Matt. We're the co-founders of CovrPrice.com. If you don't know what CovrPrice.com is, just to let you know, it's a collection management system and price guide for comic book collectors. It's really cool because we get all of our data from different aftermarket places and auction houses and stuff. So you can put all your comics into CovrPrice and we'll tell you what everything's worth based only on aftermarket sales data. Every day, updated every 2 hours. So it's the most accurate and most up-to-date way to kind of know what everything in your collection is worth, and also just looking up comics, new releases, FOCs, all that fun stuff.
Nice. And before we get into it, Magnus72 Derek is driving, so we have a responsibility now to keep him entertained and from falling asleep.
That's true.
It's his life is like literally in our hands. So
every once in a while, I'm gonna like make a horn sound effect or something.
Watch out!
But that's good to know. So what are we talking about today, Matt?
We're going to get back into the swing of things with more interviews in the future. We've just been a little busy since December with site updates and lots of other special projects and planning and all that stuff, and apparently manipulating the market, which is
par for the course. Just another Wednesday.
Yeah, just another one, which was something we are definitely not doing. But that could be a conversation. I guess it's a conversation for the guys on Monday. But there's books going crazy lately. But aside from that, we're here to talk about ComicsPro. This is my ADD, like getting everywhere, like go this direction, go to that direction. ComicsPro is this weekend, so we thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of just talk about it. We went last year for one day, and just to share our experience of what the event feels like, because I think outside of having not gone before, it was not what I expected in a good way. In a good way. It was just very like, it's funny how you have something in your mind and it's just not what it is actually. And so this year we can go over what we plan to do, where we're going to be, if you're going to be there, how to find us. And then we could jump into, we have a fancy descriptor list that we can like go and kind of go through the ComicsPro of yore that have been trending over the years. And just so you guys know, ComicsPro is an event that started in 2005. It was basically, just kind of designed to give shop owners a voice in the industry, and have time with the publishers and distributors and various folks in the industry to sit down with them and just tell them their opinions of what works for them in shops, what doesn't work for them in shops, to hear what they also have up and coming, to know what to get excited for, to know what to purchase, to know what to kind of market to their customers. So I think it's been very successful because it's been going for the past 21 years, which I didn't realize it's been that long either. I thought in my mind it was like a 10-year-old event. But I guess this year's the biggest year ever. They were saying in an email. So that means it's growing, and the industry side of things is responding to it. Both publishers, retailers, and other industry folks both enjoy it.
One thing to call out also is, I know you mentioned this a little bit, but it's the only, they say that they're the only comic book trade organization. And like Matt was saying, like it is cool because this is where the retailers go and share ideas and connect industry and all that stuff. So yeah, it is kind of neat because just like any trade organization for whatever, they're all about like supporting and helping and educating, and all of that. I think I put the ComicsPro email URL into the chat, but if I didn't, I'll do that right now.
And before we also do that, just a shout out to Brian McClay at Beyond Wednesdays. They're celebrating their 4-year anniversary tonight after our show. So I'm going to go into our show, and I'm going to send you guys to their show immediately after. So I'm going to go in and add that, so you can redirect.
Go straight to it. Hey, congratulations, Ryan! 4 years.
4 years later. All right, save. So if you guys stayed to the end of this show, you'll see a link pop up. It'll take you directly into his. Say that we sent you, right? Just so people know.
Tell them Matt and John sent you.
I do like that on Whatnot, where you'll see you could send your entire audience to another show when you're done, and you just I forget what the word is. There's some specific word. You guys will let me know because I can't remember.
Capture?
No, it's like bombing them, or I don't. There's some word for it. But anyways, you'll see an overflow of just a ton of people show up in that into that stream. So yeah, congrats, Brian. It's crazy. I still feel that I don't know why he should have more viewers, because what they cover is all of the most important things that's happening in the space. So we should probably do these things, but Brian does a pretty good job of covering all this stuff, all the nitty gritty.
Very good job, in more detail than we go into.
Yeah, I want to hear Brian. If you're talking, I want to hear. It's interesting to hear. A key collector said that Dork and White Sky are both kind of buyer beware books for buyer manipulation, and I'm like, or market manipulation. I was like, this is, how can a book get a second issue? It's 70,000 print run. That's more than the first. Like, I don't know how that's manipulation. Like, it's kind of one of those things. That's a kind of a dangerous word to drop. It is surprising. Even like me last week, I didn't expect Dork to perform the way they did. So much so that I gave our comp copies away. So that's how invested we are. Literally handed them through like $400 worth of books.
So do you want to get into that for a second?
It's good for McClay's show, because this is about ComicsPro, because I'm sure they'll get into it. It's just something I see a lot of buyers coming in, a lot of new readers coming into this from Absolute Batman and whatever. I honestly think it's just a supply and demand thing, right? Like, it's just, people are like, oh, there's good things to read, I want it. Oh, there's not enough of it, now I got to go buy it in the aftermarket.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're seeing here.
We saw a just to put a bow on it, I guess. We saw a post on Reddit where someone was like, yeah, it's market manipulation. CovrPrice did it. They talk about it, and then it goes up in value.
We said it was our fault.
It was our fault.
The night before it released, and we said we like this book. They're like,
it went up in value because the cover, which is really nice to know that we have that kind of influence on it.
If we can lose 70,000 and cause a 70,000 print run, I'm like, we need to start getting paid from Image, because
we're doing a free service. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, and we're all tempted to reply to that post and be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, everything in our data is just a reaction to the market, to the aftermarket. Yeah. And so if we talk about something, it's not because we're like breaking the story necessarily. It's like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's hot right now based on your sales. So to say we're manipulating the market means that we literally are like going back in time to figure out, it's like, it doesn't make sense, but people don't understand that's how we operate. And I think people have been burned before by the industry. People have been burned before by, people manipulating and pumping and dumping. And I get it. We're all suffering from PTSD from a comic kind of side of things. So, but I wish we could identify that and let people know more effectively. Like, we're just reporting on sales data.
Yeah. And there's history to this stuff. It goes back to prior to the content boom, there was the speculation boom, which was going as far as, like, if it was funny, Mr. Sean Leggett sent me a text. He was like, is this the next Walking Dead? Question mark. Because that was the thing that everybody and their mother said about every single book that came out for like 5 years. It was incredibly annoying. And it was, it was Saga, it was Morning Glories, it was Manifest Destiny. It was like, you can name titles for days. There were so many hot trends because it was just speculating on this one book being that next big thing. So it's not, we're not in that market. I really don't think we're in that market. Anyways,
yeah, I like what Gabe said real quick. He's like, so we've been doing this for so long, and then one book pops, and now we're the bad guys.
I was just gonna say, we talk about 100 books a week probably. Yeah. And like suddenly one clicks, and we're like, I mean,
But hey, I mean, it all press is good press, right? I mean, like it's cool that people think of us to have that kind of influence. Why
like
not?
even if it was like, let's say it's market manipulated. Let's just have fun and be like, oh yeah, this was totally market manipulated. It's all FOMO. It still gets people into shops, buying back issues, buying drinks from the fridge, buying Pokemon cards, buying books from the dollar bin, picking something up. Whatever it takes. Like, I know it's maybe not whatever it takes, but it still gets people through the door, and they explore and they discover other things that they weren't anticipating to purchase. So, I don't know. There's so many debates. Again, we'll let Brian.
Man, yeah, it's just funny because it's like we've been doing this so long that it doesn't sting as it used to. Like it's kind of like, yeah, okay.
Well, it's just interesting because
Weird.
there's history repeats itself in a lot of ways, but I think this is something new. I really do think it's just the readers are there and the stores are not there, are not picking up the slack, and it'll be interesting at ComicsPro. Nice segue or segue into ComicsPro, where I think a lot of these discussions will be had at this event, which is where a lot of these things, it probably will be the topic of why are these books exploding, right? And how can we anticipate it better? And I don't know if you necessarily can. All you can do is maybe distributors and then publishers can support the stores more to take chances on books like these. And I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's an answer for it already. But this will probably be a big discussion in this event. How did we miss this in such a big way? And honestly, our top 10 is a reflection of things that were missed from stores. The reason why they're trending in the aftermarket is because there wasn't enough of it to go around at stores. So, it's really just a microscope. Is that the right word?
Microcosm.
No, it's like a spotlight on what books were not ordered enough. I already said that, but basically that's the short of it. So, how do stores and retailers and distributors have a more open discussion or more clarity into some of these things? Again, no one knew that Dork was going to be such a huge hit. I don't think anyone anticipated that White Sky was going to be such a hit, especially 1 week right after this book that just went bonkers, and then to have another book go bonkers, it is weird for sure. But is it just a string of new readers showing up at the shop, and 1 week after another, and like
Absolute Batman might have brought in some new people if that's completely story based.
I wouldn't be surprised if things like people are like, this comic book business is easy. I could just walk into my shop and buy a book and it's $40 the next day. It could be a lot of new people thinking that comic booking is this easy. As everyone in our chat probably knows, that every book you have purchased is now worth an immense amount of money,
tens of thousands of dollars each. It's great,
right? Every book is like $1,000 now. So Yeah.
So Matt, what are we going to do at ComicsPro? First of all, let's talk about, big trade organization, happens once a year. It's over in Glendale, California. I think, and Gabe said it used to be in Vegas. I know the
president. Well, it moves around. So if people don't know, it moves location every 2 years. So it goes to a new city every 2 years. And so this year, like the last year and this year, is literally in our backyard here in Los Angeles. It's in Glendale, so it's 45 minutes away. So last year we just went out of curiosity because it was literally right here. We didn't have to travel for it, and we didn't know what this event entailed. Like, just to go back into it, like what I thought it was, my knowledge of it was this was the event where super awesome variants were handed out. And that was the limit of what I knew about it. And you would wait for like Monday to see what was popping out of that event, just to see what books were trending. Prior to that, I didn't really explore it too much until last year. We're kind of like, hey, we asked the guys, like, can we pay to come for like 1 day? And so we just went on a Thursday, and it was like, oh, this is cool. We should.
Well, the connections we made with, I mean, that's where we met, like Comic Book for Kids, the charity organization we raised money for last year, and Mark Weiss from them. Like, we met some creators, we met some other people that industry people, And it was like, it's a great networking. It's one of the only places, like you go to a con out in the world, right? In New York or San Diego, and it's just so busy and you don't get to connect with everyone. Everyone's trying to sell a comic and push something. Here, it's really about just connecting.
Yeah.
And they have this, it's crazy. You go into this, they have different presentations, and one of them is in this giant ballroom. And then people get up on stage and they get like 7 minutes to talk. Right. And it's all pre-planned and everything. So you got,
well, you can pay for the amount of time you want. You can pay as little as 3 minutes and up to an hour.
You can pay for an hour? I didn't know that.
I think so.
We paid for 7 minutes. Go. John, Matt's working on a rap. He's gonna do.
No, we're doing the dance at the end of Taylor Swift's Opalite trailer music video.
You keep pitching this. I don't.
It's gold. People will love it.
Okay. I'm in. I just follow Matt, so it works. But yeah, no, it's great because then you hear what's coming out. You hear, you get to see artists and publishers talk about what works. And it's interesting because you get a different side of it. Like you hear, for example, I remember going to, I think it was San Diego, and we went to the Diamond panel that they had, like invite only. We got into that, and I didn't know anything about a retailer's world. I just knew about a collector's space. And it was crazy because people would get up there and they say like, okay, we're going to have 10 variants. And everyone's like, cool. But
like,
if you don't sell them all, you can return them back to us. And the whole room was crazy. Like, we can return our inventory that we don't sell.
If you watch McClay's show, that's probably Dennis Barger who starts that chant of like return.
And so it's a different mindset, and it's a different motivation. Like, retailers are all different, and some are good, some are bad, just like any business. But it's really a volume system, and it's really like, how many people come into my shop? How do I get this inventory? How do I get it out and distribute it? How do I make money on the process of that? And it's a grind to see. I mean, it's hard work being a retailer. I give a lot of respect to retailers because it's
I mean, people think it's just like that easy. Just up your order for Dork and White Sky, right? But like, it was easy to look at Dork and be like, oh, this is a kid book. I'm going to order the same level that I do for Mega Man and Sonic books, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is probably like for my pull customers and maybe an extra 5 copies, right? Like, because they don't move fast.
And that's why FOC is so important, because now you don't have to actually invest or take a chance on inventory. You already got people saying, I will buy this from you. If so you just say, great, what's your FOC order? Tell me before I have to put the order in.
Yeah, I mean, even like, again, like, I don't know how you would have foresaw this. I mean, like, if you knew Brett Bean's popularity going into this, which a lot of people do, Left Taros talked about it on our FOC list. But like, if you weren't paying attention to what he was doing on, oh my God, what was the name of it? It's got a ridiculous name, a fun name. I shouldn't say ridiculous. Oh my God.
Is it one of those, like, sentences that's the title?
Dungeon Crawler Carl as a very popular graphic novel series, and so he's worked on that for a long time. So there's a huge following there. Like, these are books that kids are reading, not like during, like, on the playground, at school, after school, sharing it amongst each others. So like, the fact that he has this popularity in this draw, and that it spilled over into comics, in hindsight, shouldn't have been a surprise. Now, whose fault was that? Did the Image not market it well enough? Were shops just not listening? Like, I don't know who's to blame for it not being big enough. But in hindsight, a lot of these books aren't huge sellers. So I don't think it may be anyone's fault.
It's hard when every single week 500 comics come out. I mean, including variants. Yeah. I mean, and then each of the publishers send out solicits, send out PR stuff. We get it. We're on some of those lists. And so it'd be like, hey, we're launching a new series. I could only imagine, as a retailer, as someone making those decisions, it's very hard to keep track of, what is hot and what is new. You have to be like Lefteros and read every single new release to know what's going to be hot. And that's the hard part, Yeah,
it's too big of a gamble sometimes to, like, for example, if you did go into Dork and you got like 50 copies and you got that really rare 1 in 50, you could have easily had 45 books left over, if it didn't work out or it didn't move.
Yeah.
And that 1 in 50 sell for 20,
and,
25 bucks.
And that's 99% of the time, though, right?
Yeah.
It's not like it's.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is when we talked about Dork and like you saw the image and stuff, I'm actually intrigued. I actually really want to read it now because probably because of the hype, but it actually looks like a fun story.
I have it digitally. I could send it to you. I have my side digitally too. I could send to you.
Yeah, no, please do.
Yeah. Because you're gonna have to wait till the second print.
What's his name? Bean, the guy, Brett Bean said that they're going to launch the second print, and he was saying the prices. In his post, he was like, the prices are going to go down. The second print is going to get it for a couple dollars. Just be sure to get it if you want to read it.
No, he even said, "Don't buy it at this price. Stop. Don't do it. We're making more."
How do you feel about that? I'm always confused when a creator like you were saying, the CovrPrice is a market engine. It supports the entire ecosystem of comics by knowing what a comic book is selling for.
The thought process is you got to think of what everyone's intention is, right? So the intention of the publisher is to get as many orders as you can, to make as much money as you can. That's number one. The intention of the creator is for people to read and enjoy the creation that you put out there, enjoying the art, enjoying the work, enjoying the writing, right? That's their focus. So I'm sure, I'm not going to put word. Brett's going to be on the top 10 show in 2 weeks, I think, or New Comic Book Day show. I forget. Gabe could let me know which show it is, but I'm sure he can speak to it better from his own point of view instead of me just guessing on his behalf. But I do expect, their intention is to get as many people as they can to read it, which then creates a sustainable purchasing for all the subsequent issues, right? So presenting it in that mindset of hey, I want you to read this is a great way to present it. It's kind of like all the pieces New Comic Book Day show on March 3rd. There you go. Brett Bean will be on March 3rd for more pump and dump. So it'll be interesting to hear what he thinks about all this. What I know is that it's he sold his OA on eBay for $2,500 or over $2,000 at least. And I don't think that would have happened. He said, the ash cans, he couldn't give them away at New York Comic Con, and they were only $50 with a sketch on the back on his site for sitting there for a year, right? And now those are going for $400 plus. The ones with the sketches, and the ash cans going for $250. So it's kind of there is some benefits to a price spike, and what it does is, I always say this: the aftermarket is a marketing machine for the publisher, for the creators, and for the book. When things go crazy, it's like what's happening here. People just start talking about them. They talk about how crazy it is. They talk about why it's going crazy. They talk about, look at this book, look at that book, look at this. It's a marketing machine, and it does feed into the FOMO, which is why you saw a title like Absolute Batman just go crazy for a full year and a year plus. It finally fell off the top 10 for the first time in 4 months, I think.
Yeah. It took all of our awards, so to speak, when we did the wrap up.
Yeah,
but is that even FOMO? Because I always think FOMO is negative. That's word of mouth. You know what I mean? When people are excited about something.
FOMO's got in a negative because it's fear of missing out, which is basically if you missed out on the book, you are forced to spend the market price on that, thinking that you're going to be left behind in this big trend. That's basically saying people are too stupid to know how to handle their money. Right? We are all most. I'm sure there's kids now making these purchases, but we're adults. We're making our own choices with our own money and making these. All we can do on our end is to educate people, which is what we do with our reflectives every week. Is hey, let's go back over our top 10 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and let's review where these books are now today and what lessons were learned. And we don't like to do that with new books because all this new stuff is you gotta have to let it breathe a little bit and let it play out. Did it go up? Did it go down? It's interesting. We just did a 3 year, and we're talking about content spec books, and Spider-Man Noir was on that one, and it was basically like, oh, people were like, oh, it's not Peter Parker's book is going to tank. It's now up higher than it ever was, from that point in 3 years ago. So it is, some books do survive, the trends. Anyways, to bring it back to ComicsPro.
Yeah, let's keep going way up. We have actually a planned show.
But this is part of a lot of these conversations. The conversations we're having right now will be had at this convention, amongst everyone there. They will be just discussing these two books specifically and what made them work. Why are they trending? Which is the right thing for everyone to do, whether you're a competitor or if it's your book, to like what made this trend, what really made this click with fans, what about the story, what about the art, what did we do in our marketing, what did we not do enough of in our marketing, what did shops do, what did they not do, how do you learn from this trend to again make it sustainable, not exploit it, but make it sustainable. How do you get everyone to come back for issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? How do you keep them until issue 100? A White Sky. Okay, what is issue 2 like? Is it going to be just as good? Is there going to be a drop off? These are discussions that I think every publisher is going to be having, and retailers are going to be asking them a lot of these questions on how can you let us know if a book is that good.
Two things, Matt. Magnus is home, safe and sound.
Oh, good.
Whew. We did it. Have a good night, everyone.
Energy level back down then, because
bring it back down, Matt. You're really up here. I need to get like a 6.
I'm gonna pull it back a little bit now.
Yes.
So,
and then Gabe had a good question. What can CovrPrice do to assist retailers in these situations?
That'll be a good question for us to ask. We are, so that's a nice segue. So at ComicsPro, we will have a booth. So amongst all the publishers and other industry folks, so people can stop by our booth and check out CovrPrice and talk to us about it, complain about our prices, ask us why we don't have an app to our face, have a free tote bag, and then we will also be presenting to the group on Friday. We have 7 minutes in heaven with all the retailers. That's right. We're making out with every single one of them.
We only got 7 minutes, so it's got to be quick kisses.
That's right. Basically, it'll just be a pitch of like, if you don't know who we are, here's who we are. Here's what we do. And then we're going to do roundtables, which I'm really excited about, where we sit down with all the retailers. That I think there's 2,000 retailers there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be sitting down with all of them, blind speed dating style of like.
That's where the kissing happens, Matt.
Yeah, that's where the magic really kicks in. And pretty much we'll just be then have like, they can complain to our faces about things, and then hopefully we'll pitch them to like, here's what we can do for you, here's what we can like support you on. Pay attention. How can we get you to look at FOC? How can we help you get orders in? Well,
the other thing is we have a retailer tool. So one thing CovrPrice is a lot of people who are probably watching are like, well, yeah, it's a website and I can put my collection in. But what we really are also is a data site. We have all the data on the aftermarket. We collect and pull in all the new releases, all the FOCs. So we have a retailer, we call it the partner portal, which is very hard to say. I don't know why we named it that. But it allows retailers to log in and get a list of all the new releases, all the FOCs that have been verified and curated by our data integrity team, who go and research the release date, research the image, make sure it's on time, make sure it's all that stuff. And so that tool allows them to get it into their shops without having to do all the hard work themselves. So we're going to be talking about that at ComicsPro as well. But that's one thing also we can help the retailers by getting the books in so they have more time to do that research.
Igor's excited about this. He now wants to go just to ask us why there's no app.
Don't you do it. In the back. I heard there was an app coming.
In the back of the. If someone does that, I will send you a book. come find, like if that was you, come find me. I will give you a book. If you're at ComicsPro and you yell that, I will give you a book.
Don't yell. We're gonna be on stage. You're gonna throw us.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I love it. I love being trolled in public.
Well, Matt, let's talk about comics from ComicsPro.
Sure. So I mean, it's okay, here's the fun part is looking at what these books are doing, and it was always maddening to me to like not have access to these things and just see them trending like crazy, and you like would then want to find out, okay, who went? Did my retailer go? Did your like which retailers went to this thing that I could maybe like snag a copy from the Monday they come back. So are you sorting by the high price?
No, just kind of going. This one looks really cool. Anyway,
what year was that?
That was 2025, just last year.
Oh yeah, so I missed that. I mean, we were there for one day, so we missed out on the Exquisite Corpses ash can, which is now a nice premium. Yes, there's that Miles Morales #1. I mean, there were some pretty darn
that
good.
That one's worth 500 right now. This Miles Morales in raw.
Yeah.
You got the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, #0, Red Ranger.
All those helmet collectors. I mean, that is a hard book to find. The staff one is the hardest.
And those Power Ranger people are fanatical.
Oh, especially those helmet covers. Like that is a collector niche where people seek those out.
I'm trying to look. There's he has his Zoid, his dinosaur Zoid in the visor. That's cool. I didn't notice that.
Yep. And I mean, there's a bajillion of them now. And I mean, that's the book to own out of not just out of ComicsPro, but out of the run.
Out of the world.
Well, out of the Exquisite Corpses. And they're doing a new one. It's like Tinian showed on his Instagram, like a pink envelope.
Well, Tinian, aren't they hosting a party or some
they're hosting a breakfast on Saturday morning. Yeah.
We'll be there. Is that when they hand out the comics, or do you go to the booths for that?
So there's things, because we were only there one day. We were there the day where you can walk around the booths, and then you just literally, it's the best thing. I will tell you this, as a comic book fan, there's nothing better than walking up to a table and just grabbing a book that's free, like, and just going around the whole room and being like, that exclusive, I'll take one, thank you. And you just put it on your, like, oh my god, it's the best. It's the best getting, like, not paying for a rare book. They're big. They're probably different runs because there's like 3,000 people there, but it is such a fun feeling to just go around nonchalantly and be like, I'll take one of your books, thank you.
You know what's the worst is when I've seen people do this where they'll pick up one of the comics that's like an exclusive or whatever, a ComicsPro thing. They'll hold it in their hand and kind of wrap it up, and they're talking and they're pointing with it like they're having a conversation because they're just networking.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, no.
Yeah, well, hopefully people don't do that. Jeez Louise.
I know.
Gabe says, don't get too excited about the breakfast at ComicsPro. It's with Tinian, so I just want to be able to be like, if just shout out like, hey, someone's killing these waffles.
Yeah, you've been sitting on that one.
I probably will say it, and then the room will laugh.
I like in Matt's mind that's happening.
I'll report. Like, and then a slow clap just starts from the back.
I'll be the guy slow clapping. I got your back.
I just sit back and enjoy my my quip.
I said someone's sure killing these waffles.
I said someone's killing these waffles.
Nice.
Oh, what fun we're gonna have.
Oh, I didn't know this cover was
allowed at this thing.
Yeah, they're gonna not let us back.
Anywho,
I didn't know this was a ComicsPro cover.
That's the one I wanted the most. I've wanted that specific book for the longest time. I should just pull the trigger on it.
Well, it's around 400 right now.
So the next one there, the Exquisite Corpses, so that has the ash can in it, and then it had like a little note from Tinian, and I think it had something else in it too. But they have that another one of those that's going to be at something at ComicsPro during.
Yeah, they're giving away another sealed bag of something from Exquisite Corpse.
Yeah, that it looks just like that, but pink.
Yes, pink. Okay, yeah. I know someone on the team shared that, and I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be. How do you get that? Where do you got to go for that?
I don't know, but we will ask. I will say I did ask.
Yeah. You didn't get a response?
Image said shrug.
Shrug.
They said it's Tinian's team will have it, so who knows? It'll be somewhere.
I always liked this cover of Dark Age by the Red 5 Comics guys.
I have one of those signed by the writer.
Wow, that was 29. I think it's so familiar because when we started Cover Price, there was in 2018, and we went to a con and we
Well,
spoke
that
to
book
them, and they
was
gave us.
pretty hot. Out of that ComicsPro, it was one of the hottest books. I doubt that the price is what it sells for now, because I don't know if I'm sure that people forgot about that book, but that was a good series.
Not
too.
anymore, since we're manipulating markets. That's
Apparently.
hot book.
Oh yeah, they're saying the problem with those envelopes is that they leave an indent on the comics. Yeah, there was also someone, I forget what retailer did it at C2E2 last year. They had a Spider-Man comic, a J. Scott Camp, not Scott, John Tyler Christopher Spider-Man cover in a briefcase, and I could tell that the briefcase is like those books were like jammed in there. Every single one that I noticed had like spine creases because it was like not form fit. It was not meant.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like people holding the comic and talking with it and shaking it, and I'm just like, hold it like it's a newborn baby. What are you doing, people?
Yeah. Oh, Gabe said, "Is this mic on?" What did Gabe say? Something? Oh, no, he was just saying he's copying me. Is this mic on? Yeah. Yeah. And so what else was there? We covered. Hey, what's up, Cliff? We covered that.
Wait, why is Cliff? Oh, there, he said hi to John. Okay, I was like, why did you just say hi to Matt?
We covered that Victor book right there. That was in our Shaker report 2 weeks ago.
Which one? The Visitor?
Right there, the one that you're on. Yeah. Wow, why is this so tiny?
I know some of the images are whoa.
Yeah, the Visitor, and how and why we said, yeah, that book sold for like $200 or something 2 weeks ago.
We have it here at 124, but yeah, at a night.
Maybe that's at 120.
The cool thing about Cover Price is you can click on the price table and you can see, $250 in a 9/8 slab.
Yeah, in a 9/8, yeah, but 120 plus.
Mm-hmm. Free Planet. Planet. That's crazy. Oh man, I love Mignola's covers. I like his art so much. What are you doing, Matt?
I'm just looking. I was yelling at my family that there's corn in the freezer. If you needed to know specifically.
So here's a good question from Glover, who is on our team. He's one of the writers that you guys.
Are publishers more candid with retailers at ComicsPro? Yes, I think so. I mean, it's a lot of basically it's what happens, at the diamond lunches, and it is a good opportunity for people to complain. And it is the publishers and creators' jobs to sit there and listen to it.
It is interesting because there is a good amount of like, hey, your shipping sucks, or hey, you don't let us have this discount, and stuff like that. Like there is back and forth of like, make our lives easier kind of conversations.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it is a conversation back and forth. It's like, hey, retailers, you need to do a better job at ordering these books. Are you a comic shop? Are you even ordering new books? Are you ordering just Marvel DC? Because a lot of shops stopped ordering books with the fall of Diamond because they're too overwhelmed by the process of jumping into Lunar, Penguin, Universal, whatever it is. They're too overwhelmed by having to figure out how to even look these books up, or how to know what's coming out. It's tough for them. So I think there will be fair conversations back and forth, and all this stuff is to help make the industry better, and help make shops more money, and help publishers make more money. And
one thing I saw last year that I thought was kind of interesting, speaking of like the back and forth between retailers and publishers, there was a publisher that was giving an incentive program of like, if you were doing a contest, if you take a photo of your insert publisher's name display at your store and it's the best one, we're going to give you, and they get $1,000 prize or something. And so they were trying to encourage all of the retailers to like really make their book and their publishing house like the biggest thing. Put glitter, put tinfoil, put whatever, just make it like its own standalone thing. Take a picture of it and submit it. And I thought that was really interesting. I was like, wow, that's a great way to get retailers to promote your books more than any other book, because they're also competing with each other, the publishers, for shelf space, you know, and against Marvel and DC and the big ones. You know, it's like these independent guys are trying everything they can, and so that conversation happens as well.
I miss the event days where, remember with like Blackest Day, Brightest Night, DC did all these like Green Lantern, different colored Green Lantern rings, you know, to support it.
Yeah,
those were always, I always liked those big events. It did make the release feel more important. That's one element that I feel like we're really missing out on.
You know, when you go to Comic-Con, like Something's Killing the Children it's not an event, but they have a lot of like cool swag with the brand, like the mask and the bands and the, you know, whatever. But that's not what you're talking about, right? You're talking like a proper event with.
Well, I mean, if it would be sent to every retailer to support the launch. So like, hey, retailer, here's a set of all these rings, and then you could sell these rings, or they would sell, like, give them like 50, or I don't know, you know, whatever the allotment was.
Yeah.
To like coincide with the release. So to that point, I mean, back in the Death of Superman, you know, you came with the black armband, came with, you know, the bag came with a whole bunch of stuff. You know, so it felt like even that was built into the bag, but it was fun to see shops having little extra goodies that would.
Yeah, it always gets lost though. It always gets, all that stuff gets, you know, comic books are easy, bag and board.
Yeah, it's true.
Karen says, I wish more stores would promote comic books for kids. I agree. I mean, I was just saying in the beginning of this that Matt and I and CovrPrice, we did a whole fundraiser thing for them last year, and we're going to C2E2 this year, and they do the comic book for kids people do a big award show thanking everybody.
But you said Comics for Kids Day. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I think isn't it? Well, it seems so similar to the same thing, comic books for kids.
I don't know if that's
maybe that's different
thing. I mean, maybe. Oh, I think it's another way to say just Free Comic Book Day. Karen, let me know if that's what you're saying. If you're saying Free Comic Book Day,
then I take back everything I said.
Yeah. No. I know. Thank you. I'm on the advisory board. Oh, okay. So she's okay. Good. So yes. Comics for Kids and Free Comic Book Day. Although Free Comic Book Day does seem to get bigger and bigger. I mean, it's the one day of the year where it's the world's longest line that doesn't have a creator there.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
I haven't been able to go to a Free Comic Book Day in like, I don't know, 10 years. So one day.
Yeah, I wasn't. That started up in the Bay Area, right? At my sister lives near the shop that started Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 4-color.
I haven't looked up the history. I'll have to educate myself on it.
Just it's CB4K weekend, March 6th and 8th.
Okay. Right.
Is there any website? Do we just go to comicbookforkids.org to get to that information?
What do you do for that?
You give a comic book to a kid.
You want me to go back?
Yeah, you're a kid. Here, let's go back to this for a second. Any other things? I mean, they got some great G.I. Joe covers here.
I mean, that Vampirilla Mark Spears was last year, but that cover was, I think, used in like literally 15, 20 different ways. So I think it didn't really quite stand out. There's a Vampirilla book, a Turner one that's like 2 down from the right there. I didn't know about that one. I didn't know there was a ComicsPro version of that. I probably would have been super excited to get that one.
By the way, Matt, pretty cool that CovrPrice has a whole list of just comic books that came out from ComicsPro.
Yes, these are our descriptors. So in the future, all the work we've been doing the last couple months of reformatting the back end of the site it will allow us to move forward into producing the app. I love that cover. That's the Green Lantern Planet of the Apes cover. I want this whole spectrum set of that. There's for the first 7 or 6 issues of that run has a different color variant. This was the only not 1 in 25 variant. The rest were 1 in 25. No, they may have even been 1 in 50. But they're absolutely gorgeous, like next to each other.
Yeah, I like how I just completely distracted you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So moving forward, we'll be able to. Right now, you can go to the secret variant set on the front end of the site. You can show them where that is. We'll have this on there next Monday, so you can see what's trending from ComicsPro. This is like what we do for our conventions. So all these lists exist. We have a bunch of other descriptors, various fun names from bubblegum, shark. We're already tracking this stuff, but none of it is surfaceable yet, because we need to be able to put it into the search engine so you can search for these things. That is all coming down the line. So you can search for not just only J. Scott Gamble, Peach Momoko, creator names, character names,
Window shade variants.
window shade, good girl, whatever
covers, whatever.
Yeah, blonde in a red dress, like all these things.
It's a huge task, but it's fun because I mean it'll literally make this so much more accessible. Every comic book that you can think of would be just accessible because we have over 800,000 comics in our database, and it's curated and it's managed. Matt's talking about this right here, the secret set. So come back when you come to the homepage. There's
if you don't know, we change that every Monday.
Yeah.
So every Monday is a different set. Right now it's just ASM 129 homages.
That's fun.
Yeah, why is this so small? That's weird. Usually it blows it up.
It's the image that's put in. If we don't have a big image, it just shows that. Yeah. Fun stuff.
Badass number 4.
That looks like Cecil from Invincible.
No, it's a Dynamite book. It's badass, but it actually looked like Sideways to me, the character in the crosshairs.
Yeah, well, that looks like Neo. No, it's both Butcher, but anyway, what are we even doing anymore?
Yeah, so that the ComicsPro list will be in there for Monday, so you can see what's trending. And I think next week let's try to give away one of the books from ComicsPro. So if you come back here, we'll choose something. Hopefully we're lucky enough to get some extras of something.
We'll see. That'd be fun. So yeah, if we get something good, we'll give it away next week.
Yep.
Because we don't want to
get kicked out with my waffle joke. Well,
at least
he just stands up. He's like, out.
I'm James Tinian. F you out of my breakfast. No waffles for him.
Sorry, Lord Tinian.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun. We'll share everything that we covered. We can share all the fun conversations we had. It is a huge networking event because just to take you through the days real quick, it's basically a day of presentations, then 2 days of round tables, and in between it's like stopping by people's booths. Then there's these little tiny micro meetings everywhere in between. Then there's independent dinners, and then there's like 2 or 3 different events. Different publishers are putting on different events every night, so you have to choose. Some of them are giving something away, some of them are not. You kind of have to make harsh choices of what you're going to do for the whole event. And it does seem like it's going to be go the whole time.
I was looking at some of the training last year. I went to one about how to introduce manga into your store and like how that would, how it fits with comic books and how to organize it. Another one was like, how do you support your employees and understanding comics? So there's all these like cool.
There's like women in comics. Yeah, that one's sold. That one's already full.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah,
ton of things to do. But anyway, I'm heading down there tonight. Matt's heading out there tomorrow, and we'll report back next week to you guys to let you know how it all went.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, there's already there's a lot of people attending, so it's going to be fun. It's actually it feels overwhelming, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, we just got to do our thing and see what happens. I'm sure it's going to be fun and interesting, and part of the biz. Any last words, Matt? Any final things?
No, go to McClay's show. Watch his 4-year anniversary show. Right when we sign off, it's going to take you there. You don't even need to do it. You just click on it.
And just a reminder, if you guys haven't signed up, sign up for CovrPrice. It's for free, for free trial, 5 days. See if you like it. Know what everything in your collection's worth. Don't have to do all the hard work. Don't have to just go to eBay and check every single sold item in your entire collection. We'll do that for you. Plus, we add all the other places we aggregate sales data from.
Yep.
So it's all good. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. As always, thanks for making us chuckle with some of those comments. And it's nice to see some of our team members actually in here too. So that's fun.
And John, drive safe tonight.
Thank you. I will. I'll do my best.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, folks.
Have a great night. Oops. I wasn't queued up on time, Matt.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night and keep those comics covered.